Does the coffee I drink every day have mold in it? Am I drinking these mycotoxins that are slowly killing me from the inside out? We're going to dive into, is it something you need to worry about? Are you drinking moldy coffee? Is there healthier coffees than others?
And does moldy coffee actually taste better?
I think we look pretty good.
Good. Jack, what do you have for lunch?
Sandwich.
Nice. Me too.
And a slice of pizza.
I did not have a sliced pizza.
Is it like deep dish pizza? Is that considered like a slice still? It just doesn't seem like a slice type of pizza because it's thicker, it's square.
What about sliced cake?
That's a good point. But like for some reason, the slice to me seems like triangle. Slice of cake's a triangle.
Well,
Slice of pizza is a triangle.
you only slice cake into a triangle if you don't know how to properly cut a cake.
Excuse you?
I mean it.
You talking about those big flat cakes that you can cut into squares?
No, you're supposed to cut a round cake into squares too.
Says who?
Professionals.
Professional cake makers?
No, professional cake cutters.
Cake. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
The cake makers don't cut the cake. This guy.
That's a good point. But surely they have input as to how you should cut it, right?
Yeah.
They design it in such a way to be cut.
Me and some of my family has done catering before, and when they cut up like wedding cake and stuff for guests, the way that they're supposed to do it, even for the round cake, is cut it squares like that.
Sure.
That's the way they do
I guess
it.
probably easier to make sure every piece is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You lay out a grid. You just.
Yep.
Do they like just cut it with regular knives, or do they have like special contraptions to like cut it all at once?
Well, side of your hand, you straighten out your fingers. It can be pretty precise. So.
Yeah. Alrighty. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This is episode 31. Welcome back, everybody. Let's dig into this coffee.
Yeah, tell me about it, Jack.
So
I don't know about
this is, look at this box. This is pretty sweet. This is a cool looking box. It's kind of like, it's kind of trippy. Like if you look into it for too long, you might get lost, you know? Go to sleep.
That's as close as I'll ever be
Did it
to
work?
doing drugs.
Yeah,
Staring
seriously.
at that box.
So this is Goshen Coffee Roasters from Podium Coffee Club. If you haven't heard about Podium Coffee Club, they send you every month a coffee from a award-winning roaster. So this month we have Goshen Coffee Roasters, and this one specifically is a Colombian coffee that is co-fermented with wine yeast and lychee. So very interesting. We've been having a lot of co-ferments lately. You all know, or maybe you don't, I'm not the biggest fan of co-ferments, but I'm always willing to try them. So
I feel like we kind of had some opinions on co-ferments, but didn't know very much about them or hadn't tried a lot of them. But I feel like now we've actually tried quite a few, both on here and just
I mean, they're
throughout
becoming
life. So
more popular for sure.
We've definitely had a few, so we'll have to have an episode sometime soon, maybe just talking about
Absolutely
what our official thoughts are now that we've.
Because I'm very much like a coffee purist, I would say. You know, like I might wince if you put cream in the coffee that I make you. I'm not going to judge you for it, but in that sense, I have a harder time with these co-fermented coffees.
I think that Jack will judge you for it.
I
think that's exactly what the wincing is.
You know, I might. You know, and that's just something I need to work on.
You know,
personally.
well, I mean, you can judge.
Is
but
it
not
a
be
righteous judgment?
Yeah, that's the thing. You can judge and not be judgmental. It's two different things. You know, you're making an assessment on that person. As soon as they put cream in their coffee, right? You're judging how they like
you're
their coffee.
understanding that, okay, maybe they want a latte next time.
Yeah.
Or maybe they want something else. Or maybe this is who they are as a person. Maybe I should be spending less time with them.
Maybe I'm not going to spend 10 minutes making them a pour forever again.
No, I love you all. You cream lovers. You
shout out if you like
cream
milk.
heads.
Shout out if you love milk. Milk's so good.
Shout out Joel, man. Drinks so much milk. Yeah, it's just every time I see him, he's drinking milk.
Joel,
I don't like milk that much, but like everyone's got their thing.
You know,
it's just like
I didn't know Joel liked milk.
He
so
drinks
much.
it like with a conviction. Like you don't question him. He's just drinking milk. He's a man drinking milk. You know.
Yeah.
So there's no judgment there, not at all.
That's very 90s of you, Joel.
Got milk?
Do you? Or is it all gone because you drank it?
Probably.
We honestly go through a lot of milk at my house too, but we don't usually, like I'll have milk straight if I got some warm cookies or some brownies or something, but that's usually it. Other than that, it's just going into cortados.
That's real. Yeah, there was a time in my life I did never have milk in the fridge, and I'm glad I have milk now. It's very useful for a lot of recipes, for making lattes, a lot of different things.
Making ice cream?
Making ice cream. I've done that before.
Me too.
But don't you use cream for that instead of milk? I guess you use milk and cream.
You use both.
Nice.
Yep.
See, I haven't made it before, so I wouldn't know.
And eggs.
That's if you want custard. You don't have to use eggs.
Yeah, I did.
Isn't that what the difference between custard and ice cream?
Well, I thought so for a long time, but apparently...
It's better than ice cream.
Yeah. Custard has more eggs in it.
Oh, okay.
But ice cream can have eggs.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
the ice cream that I made.
It just makes it like thicker and more robust.
Yeah, the ice cream that I made had eggs in it.
So this episode is not about ice cream, but you did make some fire coffee ice cream.
That's good.
What coffee was it?
It was the Mexico Sesma. How do you say it?
Sesmach.
Sesmach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 shots of espresso.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's try this coffee.
Yes, let's do it.
It smells very perfumey, very sweet. It honestly smells really good.
It smells like
candy.
It smells just like it smelled out of the bag, which is not always the case when it comes to coffee.
No, but this smells so good.
Yeah, it smells sweet. It smells like there's actual like sugar in this, you know?
I want like a candle that smells like this. It really just smells like fruit juice. Makes sense.
All right.
I let mine get cold, apparently.
That's what you get with the
small
shout out fellow Perch glasses.
Perch?
I think is what they're called.
Pretty high.
Perch espresso. Yeah. Pretty sweet. So first taste, it's not as sweet as it smelled. But it's not a bad thing.
I will say.
Yeah.
This is just on the first taste here.
Raw thoughts.
Of the co-ferments I've had, this is one of the better ones.
All right.
I think that a lot of times a co-ferment like kind of necessarily has a little bit of like a heavy fermentiness, kind of like a natural coffee has, but like amplified. This does not have that as much. It's a little cleaner tasting.
Yeah.
I want to try this on flash, like a flash brew of this.
Yeah. I think this could be brewed a little better, maybe on a V60. It's got a little bit of bitterness up front, but it does have a cleaner profile than a lot of the co-ferments. It doesn't have that like heavy, syrupy richness that I don't tend to enjoy. Maybe some people do. But.
Okay, but kind of piggybacking off of like what we were talking about with Ryan last episode, like this kind of a coffee, you know, I don't know what it would taste like on espresso, but like espresso or cold brew, right? In some kind of a light, refreshing summer cold beverage.
Yeah. I have a hard time with creating drinks that are refreshing that have espresso in them because espresso is such a heavy thing. But I mean,
cold brew concentrate works well.
Cold brew concentrate or espresso tonics, they've done right.
Yeah, espresso always has that kind of like hot astringency to it, though. That's kind of doesn't always work in a cold setting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like want to. It's almost like. Okay, wait. So what's in this? Are these the tasting notes, or is this what's actually it's co-fermented with?
What are you looking at here?
Well, it says wine lychee, but it has that list.
Flavor notes.
Those are flavor notes.
Yes.
Okay. So the flavor notes are passion fruit, lychee juice, star fruit, Thai banana.
Whoa.
Different than regular banana.
I guess so. That's a lot of fruit.
And then apple blossom.
Oh. I think I've had one of those before.
So this looks like this is from their secret stash collection. I don't know how this roaster does things, but it seems like this is like their probably their premium
for sure.
Especially with how expensive this packaging looks.
Yeah.
It's all shiny. That's pretty fun.
Mesmerizing. I like it.
All these 90s, 2000 kids, right? They're making packaging now, and they got the whole hologram, Valentine's Day cards and stuff, you know? Holographic Pokemon cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is just so sweet, so fruity. I feel like this has potential in like a larger drink.
Yeah,
like a refreshing summery drink. It's interesting. So, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about mold. It's not good.
Shout out cheese lovers.
Yeah. I said it's not good unless it's in cheese,
You
apparently.
you guys love this stuff.
I don't really know how that works. I guess if it's in cheese, then it's okay. Or it's just like, is it more like it's okay because it tastes good?
I think that there are different kinds of mold.
Oh, for sure. We'll talk about that.
Like the kind that grows on the cheese in the fridge. I don't think it's the kind you want to eat.
Yeah. It's got hair on it.
Oh,
Probably not.
don't say that. It's so gross.
It won't happen unless you forget something in your fridge. But it does happen.
It does happen.
But we're talking about mold in coffee. That's been kind of a thing going around lately, is companies advertising their coffees as being mold-free or toxin-free, or specifically mycotoxin-free.
And people kind of freaking out about it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like
we were asked a lot of questions.
and you're like, oh my gosh, does the coffee I drink every day have mold in it? You know, am I drinking these mycotoxins that are slowly killing me from the inside out? So we're going to dive into the topic of that. Is it something you need to worry about? Are you drinking moldy coffee? And is there healthier coffees out there than others? Are you drinking an unhealthy coffee right now?
Does moldy coffee actually taste better?
Does it? We'll find out.
The answer is yes.
Yes?
100%.
That's crazy.
Now, I will say, though, if you ever left your coffee in the coffee filter overnight, that's some moldy coffee. That stuff molds like quick.
I mean, like anything, and this is what we're talking about here. So anything that has an interaction with enough moisture will grow mold. That's just the truth. With coffee, with anything that has moisture will grow mold and toxins on it, or fungus that produces toxin. This is what we're going to dive into today. So this was spurred on by a video I watched by James Hoffman. Shout out, James. I know you're listening. So he did a dive into this, and he actually did some tests, which we're gonna be using some of those here today, talking about those. So shout out for him for doing the actual research, running the tests, and finding out the truth.
Yeah. If you guys don't know who he is, check out
What are you doing?
his stuff, because he's legit.
He makes some entertaining stuff, very, very informational, change your perspective on coffee.
He's the coffee father of the world.
Yeah.
Everybody learns from him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Daddy Hoffman. All right. So some companies, in this one company in the past named Bulletproof Coffee, they got really popular because of this, they called their coffee mold-free, mycotoxin-free. Essentially, this coffee is going to be better for you. It's going to give you more energy because you're not going to be dragged down by these toxins in your body. So they got a lot of popularity from that, and they've since actually shed that marketing of calling their coffee mold-free or toxin-free, which I also believe that it most likely still is, unless they've added mold into their coffee. I don't know.
that'd be crazy.
Yeah. So that company, and then a lot of newer companies are advertising their coffees as being mold-free, mycotoxin-free, which, what is mycotoxin, right? What is this stuff? Why is it bad for you?
They're toxins that are small that you can't see.
No, not microtoxins, but myco.
Oh.
MYCO toxin, mycotoxin. So it's a toxic substance created by fungus, specifically aquatoxin A and aflatoxins. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. So those are the specific toxins that can form from fungus and survive the roasting process, which is a big thing.
It can survive it.
It can survive it.
It's crazy. It gets hot in there.
It does.
400 degrees.
400 plus degrees. And that kills a lot of other issues with coffee. And that's why...
You'd kill me. That's for sure.
It would. You know? On a cold day, sometimes I think about jumping in there, but
really?
I don't think I would make it. It gets cold back in the roastery, man. So fungus obviously grows in cold areas. Not cold. Wet areas. Mm-hmm. You know, think about mushrooms. Humidity. You think about that. Humid. It encourages the growth of that. So if you've ever stored a food improperly in a warm, damp environment, you kind of know what's going to happen. It's going to grow mold. So if your coffee is stored in that environment Will it grow mold? Yes. But is the coffee you buy from the store, from your local coffee roaster, is that going to have mold in it? That's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah. Because I think the concern is, right, people are like, oh, this can grow mold. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are places doing to actually ensure that that's not happening?
Exactly.
Right? Because most places, right, are they checking if that has happened? And so the question is, are they checking? And like, do they need to be checking? Like, is that even something to be concerned about?
Because with all of these companies claiming to have mold-free coffee, does that mean that we're drinking moldy coffee right now? Because this does not say mold-free on it. Does that mean this is moldy coffee? Is it full of toxins? Am I going to die? So there was one study that was done by the National Library of Medicine. I'll link the study in the description on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. I think I can link there too.
Do it there too.
I'll try.
Do it there
Let me know
too.
if it works. So this study, they took sterilized. So they took green coffee, right? And they introduced ochratoxin to this coffee. So they added the toxin that we're worrying about, and then they let it sit. And then they roasted this coffee and they tested it for the toxins afterward. And what they found is that there is still toxins after roasting. So the roasting process is not going to save you. It'll save you from a lot of different issues maybe that can happen during while the coffee's green. Like there will be sometimes some actual like physical contaminants in the coffee, such as wood. I found nails. I found corn. Turned to popcorn.
So much corn. In Tanzanian coffees.
Yeah, I
Did
guess
you
they're
notice that
just
specifically?
growing corn in there. I don't know what they're doing.
That's what they do. They grow corn too,
next
but
to their
it's
coffee. But
it's like
it's funny. There's
popcorn in the roaster
just some physical contaminants, whether it be. I mean, I've never experienced it, but I've heard about bones in coffee before from small animals.
Human bones.
Well, then I haven't heard about that yet.
I haven't heard about that either.
You have?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Let us know
That
if
would
you
be a
found
little-
human bones in your.
Yeah, that's a little. That'd be scary. I'd be worried about that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Be a
I'd probably
cold-
call
a cold
somebody.
case
I'd
involved.
probably call somebody.
Maybe, but if it's like a bird bone, the bird just wanted to perch there and just didn't make it. I don't know, but there are physical contaminants in coffee. But during the roasting process, that takes care of most of the issues you would worry about with these, and then it's up to the roaster after roasting to make sure that there's no physical contaminants in your coffee, because you don't want rocks in your coffee to destroy your grinder. You don't want popcorn, as good as it tastes. You don't want it in your coffee, right? But these toxins do not get destroyed. They're microscopic. They're very small, and they cling to the coffee, and they do not get burned up during roasting. They're able to survive at least the majority of the toxins. In this study, the majority of the toxins were able to survive the roasting process.
That's interesting that it was the majority. I would expect it'd be like, oh, some survived, not the majority.
It was
unbothered.
at least over 50% from what I read. I don't have the exact numbers written down, but check the article out. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm pretty sure I'm right. It was like one of those long like white papers on this study, and it was just like there was so much data. I tried to like filter through it and read it, but this is what I pulled from it essentially. And if I'm way off base here, let me know. But this is also what James Hoffman is talking about as well. So what James Hoffman did is he actually ran the test and to find out, because in this test on the National Library of Medicine, they added the toxin to see if it would survive the roasting process. And that wasn't in the coffee originally. So the basis is they know that toxins can survive. Now the worry is, are there toxins in the first place? With these companies that advertise mold-free or toxin-free coffee, they have to back that up. And they do. They have published tests. I can link one of those down below as well, of third-party testing of the coffee to verify that there is no mold after roasting.
Yeah, like I was just on Onyx Coffee Lab's website, and that's something that they've added to, that they have third-party testing to like ensure that.
And that's one thing it's that's where I start to see it being dangerous territory, because it's almost like saying everybody else's coffee is moldy, right? And these tests are very, very expensive, and we have to do them for every different single origin you get. You have to test them for these toxins. So for a lot of smaller roasters, this is not something they can do. So really, if there isn't toxins in these coffees, then that's really hurting a lot of the smaller roasting companies that can't afford these tests. Because putting that, toxin-free on your bag is very nice. For people who don't know, but if you didn't have to do anything extra, or if most other coffees don't have mold in them, then it's kind of almost misleading. In a way.
This kind of stuff, if it's not like actually grounded in reality, can just kind of create fear, and then it can be kind of a witch hunt that the roasteries and large companies that can afford to actually.
Because for somebody like Onyx Coffee Lab, this is a thing that's been kind of going around, and for them, it just makes sense to make that investment. To verify their coffees are mold free.
Yeah, I'm sure they get tons of questions, right? Yeah. Like Mundo's, we'll get questions about it too.
Oh yeah.
But a company as big as Onyx, why would they not just do it?
Yeah.
And then be able to just put it on their website, right? And then not have to worry about it.
Yeah. With specialty coffee, there's a lot that you need to know about it, and there's also a lot of just marketing, that is just like marketing fluff that is out there. So like a lot of specialty coffee is non-organic coffee. But does that mean that it's somehow worse or less?
Not certified organic.
Not certified organic by
or
the
certified
USDA.
fair trade too.
Exactly. So it's like these are
buzzwords.
They're maybe good things to know, but they're not always just because it's not certified organic or certified fair trade or whatever it is. That means they just didn't pay for that certification process, so they're able to maybe even get more money to the farmers, get this coffee at a more accessible price point for more people without having to go through these certifications. Because there's a lot, you could get all of these certifications, get mold-free coffee, and get all of this, and for what? To have the same coffee, So a lot of it is marketing fluff. So we want to cut through and see whether or not this is true. So James Hoffman did the test. He bought a couple of different brands of store-bought coffee. And then he got specialty coffee. And then it was, I don't remember the name of the brand, but it was one of the brands of the mold-free coffee. And he ran the tests to find the mycotoxin levels of each coffee. He actually ran several tests. He did heavy metals. He did acrotoxin. He did, and then the other toxin, the aflatoxin, or whatever it was. And if I'm remembering correctly, the U.S., at least, I don't know what the U.K. rules on this are, but the U.S. recommends a total of 1 milligram or microgram, whatever it was, 1 microgram of the acrotoxin per kilogram of this product is the upper limit of what they recommend to consume.
Okay.
So whatever that breaks down to in your cup. So a very small amount.
Very small amount.
And what he found in the worst quality store-bought coffee, it was like, so they recommend 1 microgram. And what he found was 0.003 micrograms per kilogram of the cheapest coffee that there was.
And that's per kilogram. And then that translating into a cup of coffee is just...
Yeah. So whatever that is equals into your parts per million in your cup. But the upper limit was 1 microgram per kilogram, but they found it 0.003.
In the lowest quality coffee.
Yeah, in the lowest quality coffee. And then, of course, he wanted to do the test of all the other ones to see, do these have more? Do they have less? So it was the other store-bought coffees had slightly less. Specialty coffee was 0.001. So, and it was, I didn't specify what roaster it was from, but it was a specialty grade coffee. So less than the 0.003. And then the actual certified mold-free coffee was 0.001. Or it was like less than 0. So basically a non-measurable amount of these acrotoxins in there. So his conclusion was that this is not something you need to worry about, and it is purely a marketing stunt, really. That while these coffees are certifiably mold-free, the rest of the coffees, even the oldest coffee, or not the oldest coffee, sorry, the cheapest coffee, the lowest quality coffee that's not specialty grade, so they don't take as much care with the coffee, was found to have very, very low amounts that would not harm you in any way.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you go into the realm of specialty coffee, because specialty coffee is held in a higher regard and take more care is taken to ensure the best flavor in this coffee. That means that they're cleaning these coffees better, they're storing them better, they're drying them better, they're shipping them in better conditions. That, I mean, seems to be the case as to why there is slightly less toxins in those coffee, because just a little more care is.
Yeah, I mean, there's a standard of quality, right? And that's been Mundo's answer to the question too, like with regard to, are your guys' coffees mold free? It's that, well, like our standard of quality for the taste of the coffee in the first place wouldn't even like leave room for that.
Exactly.
The coffees they're more expensive.
Yeah.
They're shipped and stored in grain pro bags. Mm-hmm. They are kept on the shelves for no more than a couple months.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like these things are like sitting, absorbing humidity in bad conditions, and they don't have the opportunity for that to even happen, because the care and the quality of the flavor, right? Like this other thing, it's not an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. And like he was talking about how in order for a coffee to have any reasonable amount of mold in it, that you should be worried. Most coffees, green coffees, especially specialty coffee, they measure the moisture content of the green beans before they ship them. So most coffees can be anywhere from like 8.5 to upper limits, like 11% moisture by weight. So the coffee would have to be much more than 12% to have any noticeable mold growth. And they would have to be stored in a warm and moist environment to encourage the growth of mold. So like it's not going to happen. Not really. Like you're not going to inhibit, or you're not going to not inhibit mold growth.
You have to
low moisture content.
Put them in an inoculator, and like have the humidifiers run on the roastery all the time, and turn up the temperature.
Yeah.
Keep it nice, like 80 degrees, humid. Then you'll get some mold.
Yeah. But I mean, you can get mold in your coffee after it's roasted. That's also another possibility. But coffees that are stored with a two-way valve, you can't really get moisture in those. And roasted coffee has less moisture than unroasted coffee does. So that's
but
even less.
Or like honestly, like once you have the coffee at home, right? Like I would think that you'd need to worry about it for mold the same way you'd need to worry about like rice, right? Or other dry goods.
Yeah.
Right? Like yes, if moisture gets in there and it's left for a long time, mold will grow.
I mean, coffee is one of the only food ingredients that is not required to have a expiration date by the FDA. Like it's not, you don't have, just like honey, it's not going to grow these bacteria because of just the way that it is and the low moisture content of
coffee.
But
you shouldn't keep coffee that long because it'll taste bad.
Yeah. It starts to lose its freshness, you know? I don't know that it would taste bad, but it's just like, it tastes kind of mid.
I've kept some coffee for a while before.
I don't know if I've drank really, really old coffee, but what does that mean, taste bad?
It tastes
rancid?
Like, it just kind of tastes like soy sauce.
Shoot, you drinking moldy coffee?
No, not moldy.
It sounds like rancid.
No, I was helping someone with their espresso machine, and we were like testing how it pulled and stuff, and so I used some like old coffee.
Shoot.
Like really old coffee, because it was just kind of getting wasted, but it was like
ballpark, like year plus?
It was less than a year.
Okay, so still old.
It was like over 6 months though, something like that.
For sure.
And pulled the shot, and there's no crema, and it just tasted like soy sauce and like flat. It was just not good.
Yikes.
I've done it before, so give it a month, maybe a couple months if you're feeling crazy.
Yeah. I've had coffees 2 months out, or close to 2 months out, where it's like, all right, this was better, the first couple weeks after I roasted it, but it still got some flavor. It still packs a punch. But I've never had like old coffee. I know some guy gave me coffee that he roasted a year ago, and I misplaced the bag. I never tasted the coffee. I just like, I don't know. I actually did misplace the bag. I have no idea where it is, but
you did air quotes though. You did air quotes.
Because it was funny. I did actually misplace it.
You remember the Tanzania Tarim?
Yes.
That coffee never got old.
Never got old?
No.
That makes sense.
It was immortal.
I wish.
It was like an elf.
You know what I've never done? Never tried taste test of coffees that is kept like in the freezer. Never done that.
I have.
What's your consensus?
Well, okay. Well, I do it. I have coffee in my freezer right now. But I've never actually been able to take the time to like compare. So I guess I won't say that I've taste tested.
You've tried it.
I haven't like thoroughly taste tested.
Yeah.
I've tried it and I've done it and I do it.
Because
and I notice a difference, and I don't know if it's a brewing technique thing or if it's a freezer thing. Like if I need to adjust my brewing technique because of it being frozen or coming from frozen.
Yeah. So I mean, I think about how would you do it properly? You'd have to take coffee, and as soon as the coffee lands in the roaster, it gets roasted. You take 2 samples of that. You have a control sample and you have a freezer sample. One just gets left in the normal airtight conditions. One's in a freezer. And then this coffee, after 6 months, you still have the green coffee. You roast it again.
Yeah.
And then you take that as your secondary, your another control sample where you've got that is your basis for what it tastes like fresh. Maybe a week off of roast. Taste that. And then you taste your
frozen.
6-month-old frozen, 6-month-old sale.
Yeah.
See what it tastes like.
We should do that sometime.
Sure.
I wanted to do that a while ago when we had the Ecuador Maputo.
Oh, Maputo. Yeah.
And that was a while ago. I think I still got some of the Maputo in my freezer. I think I got one serving.
Bruh. I think I got some pork shoulder in my freezer.
Shoot. That sounds good. What do you do with it?
Smoke it.
Oh, yeah?
I did it once.
On the old Traeger?
Yeah. I did it. It took 8 hours, but it was so good. Made some, what did I make? The tacos with it or something? It was really good. It was like one day where I was like,
I forget that you have a smoker.
Yeah, I've used it once.
Do you have a, I mean, that
really
probably
good
has
smoker.
an app. Does it have like remote probes in it and stuff too? No?
No, it's just got the wire.
Can you remote control the Traeger?
No.
From your phone? Okay, so you can't like, I guess you could kind of smoke something from work, but if it goes wrong, you're cooked.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like I could just start it when I go to work and then come back and hopefully the house is still there, not burning down.
Yeah.
I mean, I also, Tatum's at home, so she could turn it off, check on it.
It's true.
True. Be easier.
Should do that more often.
A little easier. Yeah, seriously. I bought 2, and it gotta be over a year now. That's been in the freezer for a year.
The pork shoulder.
Yeah. I got 2, and I smoked one, and I put them in the freezer.
Nice.
And still haven't had it.
My dad smoked a pork shoulder at the baby shower last year.
Oh yeah,
you were at. That's
yeah.
What you ate pork shoulder.
What was the
at Grace McDonald or at Kingsley.
Yeah,
Park.
Kingsley. It's coming back to me. I feel like my memory. I think I'm cooked. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eventually things will come back to me, but sometimes I'm just like I blank on several months of my life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I have a hard time. Memory loss already.
I think that after about week and a half, I automatically file things into like the back storage of my memory,
deep storage,
pretty immediately.
Yeah,
and so it just takes a little bit longer to pull those memories back.
I'll be at work, and I'll see somebody and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, how was this and this on Saturday?" And I was like, "What happened on Saturday? What?" And it takes me a good 60 seconds, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did whatever it was I did, and it went great." And I don't know what it is about people asking me how was last weekend or or what are you going to do next weekend, and I'm just like, I have no memory of what I've ever done and what I'm going to do. I have no idea what I'm going to do this weekend, even if it was me getting married, I don't know.
No, that's real.
No, I do remember that.
I have something to say about that real quick. So what's
All
the consensus on the mold?
So the consensus, James Hoffman says, so we got sidetracked there, that it's really not something you need to worry about. He says, and you should go watch his video. Don't just watch this and just take our word for it. Go watch his video. He does a deep dive on it, and it's super enjoyable to watch. So thank you for doing the research so that we can talk about it. But his consensus was just enjoy your life. They're in such small amounts, and that while yes, and this is mainly a thing due to there are people who are sensitive to these toxins, to these mycotoxins. So this is why it's become popular things, because people that have maybe autoimmune issues or they have gut issues and they're trying to look for these low toxin products. Coffee is one of those that people got scared about. And it's really a non-issue. If you want to buy the mold-free coffee, go ahead and do it. But it's not going to have much less mold than...
If any.
Yeah, if any mold in it, than the untraceable amounts of because they can label it as mold-free coffee if it has untraceable amounts of mold in it. So specialty coffee, especially because it's handled in such a high manner, is going to be roughly the same amount of toxins in there. He also ran tests for heavy metals and other things, and while all of the coffees that he tested had heavy metals in them, very untraceable amounts as well, they were no different from the toxin-free coffee versus the specialty coffee. The only one that was different was the cheapest grocery store coffee had tiny bit more heavy metals in it, like things like arsenic and the other one. I think arsenic is a heavy metal, isn't it? Tiny bit more of that than the other coffees did, essentially.
Yeah.
As you guys can tell, I'm not a professional on this. I'm just sharing what I've learned.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the thing you need to be more worried about is the carcinogen that your dark roast is. Okay, eating charcoal is not good for your body.
Yes,
Not even gonna lie.
Definitely. I mean, and he ran another test, and I didn't do as much research on this topic, but it was some sort of thing that is healthy for your gut, and it was less apparent in the store-bought coffees because all the ones he got from the store was he got Lavazza, he got Starbucks, so they're all dark roast coffees. He got the blonde roast from Starbucks, but it's the blonde roast is still a dark roast.
I don't feel like we can call it roasting, right? In the same way, it's like if you say you're gonna roast a marshmallow and you just stick it in the fire, you're not roasting the marshmallow. You're burning it. You're sticking it into the fire. Sure. It's not roasting.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you remember that guy at Expo with the?
Oh my gosh.
I think we probably mentioned that here before, but yeah, that was so funny. Like at the middle of the Expo exhibit floor in Houston, there's somebody, I think he was selling roasters or something.
There's so many roaster displays.
Shows some disconnect between the specialty market and just people that are just trying to do sales. But there was a roaster there that just had like the blackest coffee I had ever seen.
The roaster itself
spinning in the drum
had black paint on it, and it was that black or blacker than the paint on the roast.
Yeah, which I don't think that they were roasting, or were they?
I think it was just in the cooling bin.
And they were just spinning it in the cooling bin just for the look.
Another roaster down the line did a roast on display there because they had the proper ventilation, but it was just spinning there for like 3 days straight.
It was like, what in the world is that?
It just
it's like offensive to
you
everybody
look
here.
at it and you're like,
Like this is like a collection of some of the most passionate coffee people in the country.
Yeah.
And like people from around the world, like that grow coffee and are just love it, just like give their lives to it. And then there's that guy.
You might as well just taking a dump in the cooling bin, like for real. It's that bad.
And just spun it around. Probably would have been less offensive.
Just have nothing in there, you know? We know that it roasts coffee. You don't need to show us.
You don't need to show us how bad it can get.
Yeah. There was one time in the roastery that, and this is the only time that I've ever done a dark roast. I was roasting coffee. It was about just past Maillard reaction, or maybe just before, and the power went out.
Oh.
And it was, and just like smoke coming out, and I was like, "What the heck do I do?" So I just opened up the thing, and some of the coffee spilled out, but it was just like sitting in the because it's a drum roaster. It's extremely hot drum, and the worries we had was the drum is going to melt and distort. It's going to be wobbly in different shape, and that's extremely expensive roaster. So, but we ended up just opening it up, letting the smoke get out, and manually turning the drum with a piece of metal to make sure that it was spinning, and that way all the coffee could get out. And it was just like there were some black beans in there, and then there was like yellow beans. So we called it the yellow jacket roast.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yellow jacket roast.
It smelled so bad, just like charcoal, and then yellow coffee in there.
Oof.
Very weird. So that's what every time I see dark roast, I get flashbacks just of that, just like the smell, just like the panic.
The pain,
suffering, and it was 18-pound roast, so it wasn't cheap at all. It was all a loss.
What coffee was it?
It's too long ago to remember. That was back at Central.
Oh,
when the roaster was still there in the warehouse, not the cafe.
Oh, okay.
Fortunately,
it'd be crazy.
That would have been bad. No, yeah, yep.
Dang,
that was not fun.
So let's say you got an onion, okay? You're making a meal, and it really needs an onion. Okay, I don't know.
It doesn't.
That's real.
Tiramisu, maybe.
Tiramisu, is that what you said?
That's not a meal. That's a dessert.
Yeah, and tiramisu isn't even worth eating. So.
Yeah, that's your thought. But, all right.
I have strong.
Yeah, we know.
Think it's a terrible dessert.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. That's so good.
You can tell Italy. That's what I think. Okay, I don't like it. Too sweet.
You're too sweet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was I saying?
Something about onions.
Oh, okay. So you got a meal. Okay, and it absolutely needs an onion. I don't care what it is. If it's fried rice, or if you're making some sort of, casserole or something, but it has to have this onion in it. Okay, you go and grab it. It's your last onion.
Yep.
You grab it. There's like a quarter size amount of mold on the outside of the onion.
Mycotoxins? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. What do you do?
Cut it off. The onion's still good. 100%.
That's legit. Here's the cool thing about onions is, and I learned this a couple years ago from a DreamWorks movie, in 2001. Onions have layers, and so then you just take off the outer layer.
Yeah.
And you're good. There's a whole fresh new onion in there.
Onions are pretty cool like that.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing in 2026. We're taking off the outer. Look at us. Look at us. There's a brand new me, all moist, all moisturized. All fresh right underneath that old crusty exterior.
I mean, you got to take off the first layer of the onion. But if there's mold in the second layer, just take it off.
What if there's mold in the third layer?
Then you take that off too. Or... You take it off, and then you just cut the piece that has the mold on it. The rest of the layer is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it's true.
If I can't see the mold, you can't see me, Mm-hmm. That's how I live.
If I can't taste the mold, it doesn't exist.
Yes. That's not true. Because I think that people would notice.
All right.
Can you taste mold?
Can you taste mold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Shout out Adam.
What are your thoughts on blue cheese?
I don't love blue cheese.
Do you like any moldy cheese? Sorry, cheese fans, cheese heads.
I'm not that well versed with moldy cheeses.
Yeah, there's so much like a fancy world of cheese with the stinky cheeses and the moldy cheeses.
Is he stinky cheese?
And I just I don't know. Maybe I'm basic. I probably am. Just give me that cheddar. Give me that Gouda, mozzarella, Gruyere.
Mozzarella is a pretty mid cheese.
Well, it depends. Depends on the type of mozzarella you get. You can get cheap mozzarella. You can get high quality.
But even high quality mozzarella, although it does serve a purpose, it just doesn't taste. It doesn't.
It has less flavor.
It's like hard milk.
You know what's mid?
Mm-hmm.
Swiss cheese. There's no flavor. What's the point? You put it on a burger, but I don't know. I'd much rather do cheddar every single time. Like, don't tell me there's a burger that has Swiss that wouldn't be better with cheddar. Or if not, do a different cheese. Do a less sharp cheese. That's fine. I have nothing against soft cheeses, but softer cheeses. But
Yeah. You know what's good? Just some fresh Parmesan. Well, it's got that salty. It's all kind of crunchy.
what about what's the one? Brie.
I like brie.
Brie's good.
Brie's good with fruit,
Yeah, some jam. Some
jam,
marmalade.
or a little slice of pear, a little slice of apple. If you
Fig.
know, fig,
Shout out Zoran.
maybe.
Well,
Yeah. All right. Well, that
I think that about does it.
yeah, that didn't mean anything. Any of that last part, but that's
Well,
all right.
I mean, it means don't drink moldy coffee. Do eat moldy onions with the old mold cut off.
Yeah.
Enjoy cheese, even if you like Swiss or the stinky cheeses. That's okay. You do
Yeah.
you. But thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
This was episode 31. And let us know your thoughts on moldy coffee. Was this a worry to you, or did you just not even think about this? Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah. If you are extremely relieved to hear this, drop the like that breathing out emoji. Drop one of those in the comments.
Can you drop
know?
a GIF in the comments?
Yeah, going. A GIF?
GIF? Peanut butter?
Oh, Jiffy?
GIF?
That's not. Yeah. It's Jiff, guys.
GIF.
Don't even worry about it. Mandela effect. All right.
Never Jiffy. I don't know what you're saying. Do you
Nelson
think it
Mandela did not die in prison. All right. See you guys.
was... Wow. What a note to end on. All right. Until next time.
Adios.
Mm-mm.